when I talk to Bud, I kind of like, he convinces me that he's going to win the fight because he's such a believer in his own ability, and he's very convincing.
Terence Crawford, Canelo.
Yeah, I believe Terence Crawford is going to be in top shape, and I believe he's good enough to outpoint Canelo. But I believe the power would be a challenge, if you will. So I'm gonna say Terence Crawford.
Terence Crawford?
Because I think Terence Crawford is the best boxer in the world.
The tool set that like Crawford brings to the table, it's so diverse, it's so well-rounded against Canelo, who is a bit of a rinse and repeat thing, right? You know what you're going to get from him constantly, and Crawford always seems to find the...
Boxing insiders are sounding alarm bells for Canelo Alvarez as he prepares to square off against the elusive Terence "Bud" Crawford. While Canelo's resume is stacked with victories built on his granite chin, deliberate pressure, and fight-ending knockout power, experts warn that Crawford's blistering speed, tactical precision, and ability to adapt on the fly could completely shift the narrative. Canelo's history of breaking opponents down with his punishing hooks and crippling body shots is undeniable, yet many believe Crawford's ring intelligence could turn those very strengths into exploitable weaknesses.
What y'all gonna see in this fight with Bud Crawford versus Canelo is, one, he beat Errol Spence. And Biz thought Spence would win. That lets you know. And he walks around 186. 186? Him fighting at 168 ain't moving up. No way. He's gonna be bigger, stronger, better wrestler, quicker, more skillful, best footwork, a great chin. And the fight that he had with Madrimov, do you understand how shifty and tricky Madrimov is? With Madrimov, the tricks and the shiftiness that he displayed against Ortiz had Ortiz boggled. Madrimov only lost to Ortiz because that's how tricky he is. That was the trick. Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it.
Dimitri Bivol, the only man in recent years to hand Canelo Alvarez a decisive defeat, has openly shared his strategic blueprint for Crawford to follow if he wants to duplicate that success. Bivol stressed the need for Crawford to not only adapt to the pace at 168 pounds but also acclimate to the physical power and relentless pressure that comes with fighting in the super middleweight division. He emphasized that mental strength is just as vital as physical readiness, warning that fear or hesitation could make any fighter crumble under Canelo's intensity. Confident in Crawford's adaptability, awkward angles, and ability to switch stances seamlessly, Bivol believes Bud has the skill set to blunt.
Would you give the blueprint to Terence to beat Canelo Alvarez?
Just need to do his job, what he's doing well. You know, he's changing his stance. He's moving a lot, you know, he's keeping distance. Like this he could win, of course, not with changing punches with him.
Who do you think has more power out of the two?
Canelo, of course, he got used to this weight class more than Crawford. He needs to get used to this power, even he's big.
So how does Canelo beat Crawford? Do you think that's a stoppage?
He could beat him, he could stop him. It could happen anyhow, you know, from both of the sides. And Canelo, of course, will try to find some hard point.
Crawford himself insists that his greatest asset against Canelo is not raw power, but elite-level fight IQ and adaptability. In recent conversations, he has made it clear that his goal isn't to chase a knockout, but to outthink and dismantle Canelo over the course of the fight. His plan is to study Alvarez in the early rounds, then adjust mid-fight to exploit gaps in his guard and timing. Crawford highlighted his mastery of switching stances, baiting opponents, and disrupting rhythm, tools he believes will make Canelo's trademark forward pressure ineffective.
I feel I got the speed over Canelo. I got the reach over. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skills, the boxing skills.
Would it be more of a cat and mouse? The reality is Canelo does put people out. From Kirkland to Amir Khan to just...
Don't do
obviously,
I'm just saying, man.
No, but he's not. Kovalev.
Kovalev was older.
And
he does. Don't get me wrong. He does have a lot of power, but all those guys that you name is not as skillful as him. I'm sorry. No disrespect to none of those fighters. The skill level is not there.
So how do you see it fight?
Tough fight. Canelo is a great fighter. Like, I always had respect for Canelo, but I just believe in my skills. The fact that people doubt me, it just fueled me even more. Try to get the fight even more. And I'm watching him, I'm like, man, I can beat this dude. I've been fighting people bigger than me all my life, and I always came out on top. You gonna get hit. It's a fight. He gonna get hit too. It'll be good.
He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. I think this fight is gonna be in the books of the history of boxing for sure. That's for sure.
For sure, them belts coming with me. They coming home with me. I'm telling you right now.
You can see it, but it's gonna be difficult. You take it to your
I'm taking them. And ain't nothing you gonna be able to do about it come fight night.
I know Turkey's in your corner,
I promise you.
But look, it's gonna be very difficult. He's gonna be so mad that day. Believe me.
I see you. I see you. You see I'm different.
I see you too.
You see I'm different than all the other ones.
No, I see you. No, you don't look different. You're nothing different.
I'm different.
Nothing different.
I'm different.
We'll see.
You gonna see.
We'll
see.
We'll see.
We're gonna see.
Hall of Famer Andre Ward has firmly planted his flag in Crawford's corner for this super middleweight mega clash. Acknowledging the huge challenge of moving up 2 full divisions, Ward nevertheless stated, "I'm going with Terence Crawford. I'm not betting against Terence Crawford against anybody right now." Ward urged skeptics to recognize that it's nearly impossible to break Crawford's mental resolve or outthink his razor-sharp ring intelligence, even for an elite champion like Canelo.
I'm going with Terence Crawford. You know, big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you. You know, it ain't no disrespect toward Canelo, but I've said this the last couple of years. I'm not betting against Terence Crawford against nobody right now. You got to show me that you can beat him.
But in terms of his resume, the opponents that he fought, right? And people say he fought this name and fought that name. Where did he fight that name when he fought him? He 32. He coming off 2 losses. He 35. Kovalev, when he fought Kovalev was cooked. He wasn't the crusher. He wasn't the undefeated guy. He had lost that. And I'm not knocking the hustle, but you lose me when you start saying I'm the best fighter in the world. Or you lose me when you feel like you don't have to fight the best, but then everybody else got to fight the best. Canelo is a really good fighter, man. But you don't really know how good you are until you fight the other best. Like even Dimitri Bivol, the dude you lost to. You got to give him credit for going up in weight, but I feel like he miscalculated though.
Former 2-division champion Shawn Porter sees this matchup as far more competitive than the casual fan might assume. He confidently labels it a 50-50 fight, pointing to Crawford's reach, height, ring generalship, and fluid combination punching as major assets. Porter warned fans not to get fixated solely on Canelo's size or strength, noting that while the Mexican superstar is still dangerous, he is no longer the exact same fighter he was 3 or 4 years ago.
Say like, no, that's 2 more weight classes. Like once he gets touched by Canelo, it's gonna be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's gonna slow down, you know, so I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he still got that kind of steam. But, you know, there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a great, a legend. It's just so much to go into. It's a conversation that lasts an hour easily when we talk about all of the components that Terence Crawford has, all of the components that Canelo had, and how we find how they even out and who trumps one another, you know what I mean? We tried to do that with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and we see how that panned out, you know what I mean?
David Benavidez believes this fight represents a critical crossroads in modern boxing, far beyond simple hype. Acknowledging Crawford's elite ring IQ and adaptability, Benavidez admitted that if anyone has the tools to dethrone Canelo, it's Bud. While cautioning that the jump in weight is a massive challenge, Benavidez still gives Crawford a 70% chance to win, crediting his intelligence, timing, and ability to potentially hurt Canelo, provided he adjusts properly to super middleweight power.
Does he have an opportunity to beat Canelo?
I think if anybody has a chance to beat Canelo, I think it's Terence Crawford. His IQ is on another level. He's a great fighter and he's strong. It's just that it's a lot of weight. I wouldn't be surprised if Terence Crawford wins. Wouldn't be surprised. Terence Crawford, when he went up against the best opposition, like Errol Spence, he showed what level he's on, what type of dog he is. I don't know. You really have to let these fights play out to see what happens. He might get hurt. That might activate him to come back strong.
Could you still make 68?
I don't want to make 68.
No, I know you don't. Terence wins 68.
Yeah, well, if that's, yeah, I can make 168.
Crawford's a little guy, you know. He's coming up 2 divisions to fight Canelo Alvarez, and you think he's going to go toe-to-toe with Canelo? Come on, man. You know, Terence Crawford's a great fighter, really good fighter, but that's too much weight for him. So he's going to try to survive and move around and try to win the round. That's what's going to happen. I think Canelo at the stage right now, his legs are not the same. You know, the body's not responding the same. So I think he's going to have problems trying to catch Terence Crawford, to be honest with you. And I think it's going to be the same fight. You know, I think it's going to be a boring fight. It's going to. I'm hoping that, you know, it's a little bit exciting because I heard that Canelo was the worst fight ever on pay-per-view to throw the less punches in history. So we're hoping to see a great fight, a good fight, but that matchup is not a matchup to be exciting.
Four-division champion Mikey Garcia is equally confident in Crawford's chances, predicting that Bud's superior boxing IQ and versatility will allow him to outmaneuver Canelo over 12 rounds. While Garcia acknowledged Canelo's power and physical presence at 168, he believes Crawford's movement, ringcraft, and mental sharpness will dictate the pace. Even with Crawford's inactivity since August 2024, Garcia trusts him to control the fight strategically against the bigger man.
Different situation, different opponents, different styles of fighting. So it's not. I can't really quite compare the fight, side by side. But it does face challenges. You know, every time you move up the weight, fighters are bigger, naturally bigger. They can take a bigger punch. They can give a better punch too. You know, they're heavier. But this is a different matchup. Canelo's not as fast, not as aggressive. He kind of goes on cruise control. He's not one to use his strength as size to dominate all the time. Sometimes, like I say, just cruise control, which allows Crawford, I think, to fight a little bit more comfortable. Crawford's IQ, I think, is superb. So I'm actually thinking he might pull it off.
If you were Crawford, how would you fight Canelo?
Box, counterpunch, box, switch, from left-handed to right-handed, just make it complicated for Canelo and win a decision. You're not going to hurt him, so win a decision.
So who do you think is going to win?
I think Crawford's going to win.
Crawford? By decision?
By decision.
What happens when he takes a shot from Canelo? One of those uppercuts from Munguia or those...
He could get dropped, or he feels it enough to be like, fuck this, I'm boxing. And he goes on the bicycle and turns southpaw for the rest of the night. And I wouldn't blame him either. Fuck it, you're going to go in there and collect the fucking paycheck at that point.
Right.
You're not going to go get hurt.
Right.
What good is it to get fucking 20, 30 million if you are fucking hurt physically, end up in the hospital and hurt just physically, life-changing, you don't want that shit.
Do you think Canelo can hurt him? Could be life-changing?
Good, he's not big, fool. One punch could fucking knock him out bad enough to hurt his eye socket or detach retina. You never fucking know.
Right.
So no one wants that shit.
Crawford said if he beats him, he's in the top 3 GOATs of all time.
Oh, for sure. If Crawford beats Canelo, then for sure. Give him all the fucking props in the world, bro. And he actually does have a chance. It's not like he doesn't have a chance. Don't be too surprised if he fucking pulls it off in the decision.
8-division legend Manny Pacquiao has also weighed in with his perspective, focusing on the importance of attributes beyond raw strength. While acknowledging the monumental challenge Crawford faces in moving up to fight an established super middleweight champion, Pacquiao advised him to lean heavily into his strengths, speed, style, and well-timed bursts of power. Pacquiao made it clear that those elements could be the deciding factor against Canelo's calculated pressure.
Canelo Crawford, good fight. Good fight. Canelo has advantage because Crawford moving up, but my advice to Crawford is like maintain the speed, improve the speed, and improve the strength. Because it's hard to go up in high weight and maintain your speed. So speed is the key. Like he should focus on speed, footwork, and improve the power.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
You're the best ever.
Thank you guys.
Amir Khan, one of the rare fighters to have shared the ring with both Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, believes Bud has the advantage. Drawing from personal experience, Khan noted that Crawford's footwork and ring IQ made him incredibly difficult to hit cleanly. He believes that as long as Crawford avoids Canelo's most dangerous shots, he can win convincingly. Khan contrasted Canelo's recent inconsistency with Crawford's precision, movement, and slickness, suggesting the timing might be perfect for an upset.
That Crawford could beat him because Crawford is a big 147 fighter and is strong as well, which a lot of people don't give him the credit for. I think that fight, if it does happen, as long as Crawford stays away and just boxes and be smart, he can win that fight. I think Crawford's a better fighter than Charlo. and he's a smart fighter as well. He switches and everything, so that would be a very good...
ESPN commentator Stephen A. Smith didn't hesitate when asked to choose a winner. Without a second thought, he picked Terence Crawford, repeating his name multiple times for emphasis. While acknowledging his admiration for Canelo, Smith predicted that Crawford would win by decision, noting that Canelo's power can be neutralized by a mobile, technically sharp boxer. In his view, Crawford's switch-hitting style and foot speed make him a type of opponent Canelo has yet to truly solve.
You got a love for boxing.
Yes,
Who gonna win the fight, man? That's coming up, the biggest
Crawford.
fighter in boxing.
Crawford.
Huh?
Crawford. I'm not hesitating. Crawford. I'm not even hesitating. Crawford.
You gonna stand on that all the way to September 13th?
I love Canelo. Crawford will beat Canelo. Crawford will beat Canelo by decision. I can't see anybody knocking out Canelo Alvarez. But I do believe that if you can box and you can move, that you can beat Canelo. You can outpoint him.
That's right.
When I think about Canelo, one of the things that I don't like about Canelo, despite his greatness, and a neck as wide as Broadway for crying out loud.
Right.
It's like almost every shot has to be a power shot.
It's a power shot, yeah.
That's not beating Crawford. I will confess, I think Gervonta Davis's trainer, Cal, I think he said this. He said Crawford could find himself in trouble if he decides to engage with Canelo, because Canelo is the naturally bigger, strong fighter. And I don't care that Crawford's gotten bigger, and I don't care that Crawford's gonna go in there just as big as Canelo. Canelo is accustomed to fighting at the weight, and Crawford is not. And Canelo is a genius in this regard. You don't see him show up for fights not ready. He's always ready.
Always prepared.
He's always ready. He's
that.
always prepared. So I think he's the slower fighter, though. And I think that Crawford is brilliant as a boxer. And I think that between switching to conventional and southpaw, using his jab and movement, I think that Crawford is going to outpoint Canelo because he's faster. But he ain't.
Rising Olympian Omari Jones, fresh off a breakout 2024 campaign and an undefeated start to his professional career, also backs Crawford wholeheartedly. Speaking to TMZ Sports, Jones boldly predicted that Bud will decisively defeat Canelo Alvarez in their September 13th showdown at Allegiant Stadium. He praised Crawford's disciplined approach to gaining weight, his intense training, and his relentless mindset, all of which, Jones believes, position him perfectly for victory.
I just feel like Crawford, he just has the grit, and like me personally meeting Crawford several times, it's like the man is just so competitive. It's like I don't even have to say nothing to him. You're just like, man, when we sparring, it's like his competitiveness is always gonna put him over the edge, and then he just has that like, I'm not gonna let you bully me, or his skill set. And it, I know they talk about Charlo when Charlo moved up, but I feel like it may be a little bit different for Canelo this time around because Crawford took the moving up in weight classes serious. He did the dieting, he did the training. So I feel like when you put in work like that, it's a win.
Bill Haney has been both fiery and direct in his fight commentary, proclaiming that Crawford will beat Canelo into a bloody pulp. Declaring Bud the best fighter in the world, Haney dismissed size and star power as irrelevant when facing Crawford. However, he also urged caution, warning Crawford to remain vigilant not only inside the ring but also regarding potential doping controversies associated with Canelo's camp.
Crawford, what's your breakdown of the fight?
Huh?
Canelo against Crawford, what's your breakdown?
Man, when you talking about these big fights, you whispering. You talking, huh? You said Canelo and Crawford?
Yeah.
Man, come on, man. That's the biggest fight, you know what I mean, in boxing right now. Canelo and Crawford. Crawford stepping up. Man, it's so big, you got Muhammad over there saying something about it. That's how big it is. It came off the bench from the 60s, right, Muhammad? You go back in the 60s? Yeah, well, listen. Canelo is big. And shout out to Crawford stepping up. But does Crawford have to be worried about more things than just boxing?
Uh-oh.
Absolutely.
Uh-oh. Let's go.
I didn't say he has to do any accusing, nor we would do that, but I'm saying is, let's worry. If you watch what happened to Devin, Devin just came out and said the damage is done after the fight. You can never go and repair that. So let's be cautious, let's be prepared, and at the very least, join 365 Nevada, 365 drug testing like Devin is doing.
Jose Benavidez Jr. has echoed the confidence in Crawford, calling him a beast and asserting that he can defeat Canelo at 168 pounds. He praised Bud's intelligence, unpredictability, stance-switching ability, and elite ring IQ. While recognizing Canelo's size advantage, Benavidez argued that size alone doesn't win fights. He is convinced Crawford's determination and tactical mindset will give him the edge.
Counting Crawford out, Crawford's he's smart, he knows what he's doing. Canelo, you know, I mean, he's not that big of a guy. He obviously weighs more, but I mean, you can't take nothing from Crawford. He goes in there to win. So I mean, I feel like it'll be a good fight. You know, it sucks that my brother didn't get the opportunity, but I mean, only Canelo knows why it didn't happen. And he's got to keep moving forward. You know, got to keep moving forward. But it's gonna be a good fight to watch. I got Crawford on this one. The thing with him, he adjusts. He's a smart motherfucker. He adjusts. He's not only does he switch from from southpaw to orthodox, but he's just a smart. He has a high IQ in boxing, you know, and that's what I feel like. All these fighters that go in there to fight Canelo, they already go in there scared, is what I believe, you know, that which already beats him, you know. So Crawford's gonna go in there to fuck. Not gonna go in there to fucking. So I mean, I have it going Crawford, bro. To be honest with you.
WBO lightweight champion Keyshawn Davis has also gone on record picking Crawford to win. He applauded Bud's all-around skill set, his power, speed, ring IQ, footwork, and southpaw jab, calling him the more pure boxer. Davis believes Crawford can stop anyone, even Canelo, though he acknowledged that Canelo's resilience might push the fight to the scorecards. Online, fans are divided. Some believe Crawford's speed and precision will secure him the win and a historic 5th undisputed title. Others doubt his ability to carry those traits effectively to 168 pounds. Boxing analysts are calling this one of the most significant fights of 2025, with many expecting it to be remembered as an all-time classic, while skeptics still question whether Crawford can handle the size and power at super middleweight.
I don't like the fight because Terence Crawford is a good fighter, but in the sport of boxing, it has divisions. You know what's I mean? You know?
Right, weight classes.
You know what?
Right.
Yeah, weight classes
for a reason.
Weight classes and Terence Crawford is a good fighter in super lightweight, welterweight, super welterweight, but I think more. I remember when Terence Crawford fought with Madrimo.
Yes.
He looks slow. He looks with no power. And 3 more divisions, two more divisions. I think it's a top fight for Terence Crawford, but Terence Crawford is a great fighter. He has a great defense. He has a good combination punches, but I think the weight class is no good for him.
So, the question remains, can Canelo withstand Crawford's tactical mastery, or is Bud operating on an entirely different level? The boxing world is buzzing, and now the debate is in your hands. Drop your predictions in the comments below.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more exciting videos, make sure to hit the bell icon and stay updated. Subscribe to Boxing Hub now for all the latest in boxing.